Hello viewers, welcome to Janshakti Network. In a rapidly shifting global economy, the dominance of the US dollar is being quietly challenged by China's rising yuan. But where does India stand in this evolving financial tug-of-war? For decades, the US dollar has been the backbone of global trade and finance. From oil payments to international reserves, countries, including India, have relied heavily on the dollar for stability and global access. However, China is now aggressively promoting the yuan in global trade. Through bilateral agreements and initiatives like the Belt and Road, Beijing is encouraging countries to settle transactions in its own currency, reducing dependence on the dollar. Apart from promoting the yuan as a direct substitute, China has also sought to promote alternative currencies like the BRICS currency through regional economic blocs like the BRICS, of which India is also a part. India finds itself in a delicate position. On one hand, it maintains strong economic and strategic ties with the United States. On the other, China remains a major regional power and trading partner in spite of the long-lasting, unresolved border issues and controversies. Therefore, in order to reduce risks and maintain a balance, India has started exploring rupee-based trade settlements with select countries, aiming to protect itself from currency volatility and geopolitical pressure. This is a strategy which has been used by China as well in the past, as a result of which many countries in Latin America and Africa prefer the Chinese yuan for international transactions. The latest high-profile addition to this list is Iran. Following the outbreak of conflict between Iran and US-Israeli forces in the Gulf region, Iran has closed oil and gas supplies to the Straits of Hormuz for most major international powers except for China. It has also issued a statement proclaiming that anyone seeking to buy Iranian oil or natural gas must engage in transactions to the yuan and not the American dollar. This will lead to widespread consequences. A shift away from the dollar dominance could reshape global power structures. The US under Trump has been very aggressively pursuing a tariff policy which is pushing more and more countries, even traditional US allies, to seek greener pastures for foreign trade in order to bypass such tariffs and interest rates which the US sanctions are putting on them. This may lead to alternative currencies being used for international transactions on a much wider scale than before, not only in African and Asian countries, but also in European ones. Given such circumstances arise, the yuan would naturally emerge as the front runner among such alternative currencies. However, the yuan still faces challenges. Compared to the US dollar, it has a limited convertibility rate and lower trust. China also has a much more controlled economy compared to the United States, which makes flow of the yuan restricted and face bottlenecks. For India, the goal is clear: maintain flexibility, safeguard economic sovereignty, and avoid overdependence on any single global currency. As the dollar and yuan compete for influence, India's strategies may not be about choosing sides, but about charting its own financial path in a multipolar world.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay updated with the latest incidents. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. We will see you next time with more news that matters. Stay informed, stay safe.